A new study out of Tufts University adds another compelling piece to the growing puzzle of how diet affects brain health, specifically highlighting the role of vitamin K. Best known for its function in blood clotting, vitamin K is now emerging as a potentially crucial factor in maintaining cognitive function and neuroplasticity as we age. While these findings are preliminary and based on animal models, they offer a nuanced look into the biochemical vulnerabilities of the aging brain and suggest that something as seemingly mundane as a leafy green vegetable might have profound consequences for how we think, remember, and learn later in life. The study, conducted over 6 months on middle-aged mice, found that a vitamin K-deficient diet was associated with measurable and significant changes in the brain. In particular, mice that did not receive enough vitamin K experienced not only impaired memory, but also a striking decrease in the production of new brain cells in the hippocampus, the brain's center for memory and learning. Neurogenesis, the process by which the brain generates new neurons, is increasingly understood to be critical for maintaining mental agility, and its disruption is commonly observed in age-related cognitive decline and neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's disease. One of the most concerning aspects of the research was the increase in neuroinflammation. In vitamin K-deficient mice, the brain's immune cells, known as microglia, became hyperactive. While these cells are essential for cleaning up damage and maintaining healthy neural environments, their chronic overactivation is a double-edged sword. Instead of protecting the brain, they begin to release inflammatory signals that can further damage neurons and degrade neural connections. This kind of persistent, low-level inflammation is now seen by many scientists as a common root of cognitive deterioration. These results should not be dismissed as merely technical observations from a mouse study. They carry a clear warning. Dietary habits that ignore or undervalue micronutrients like vitamin K could have lasting, even irreversible, consequences for brain function. And while it's tempting to turn to supplements for a quick fix, the researchers stress that food remains the best and safest source of this nutrient. Vitamin K is abundant in green leafy vegetables such as spinach, kale, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli, as well as in less common sources like fermented foods and green peas. These are not exotic or inaccessible ingredients, yet they are often underrepresented in modern diets, especially in populations that rely heavily on processed foods. The Tufts researchers are not recommending that people start supplementing with vitamin K, and for good reason. While vitamin K toxicity is rare, oversupplementation of fat-soluble vitamins can lead to imbalances and unintended side effects, particularly when not monitored by a healthcare provider. Instead, the message is one of prevention through habit, a gentle but firm reminder that a well-rounded, nutrient-dense diet remains our best defense against the creeping erosion of cognitive health. At the same time, there is room for optimism. What this study reveals is not simply a new risk factor, but a modifiable one. That is, while we may not be able to reverse every aspect of age-related decline, we can influence the trajectory of our cognitive aging through intentional lifestyle choices. The human brain is resilient and capable of adaptation well into later years, but only if it is given the tools and nourishment it needs. This insight is especially important when considering the broader context of aging populations and rising rates of dementia-related illnesses. Public health policies that emphasize the importance of diet, not just in terms of calories or macronutrients, but in terms of micronutrient diversity, may help slow the tide of age-associated mental decline. The collaborative work being done between Tufts and Rush University Medical Center suggests that the synergy between animal studies and human observational data is leading to more accurate, actionable strategies to support brain health across the lifespan. In the end, this is not merely a story about a vitamin. It is a story about how closely our brains are tied to the choices we make every day, often without much thought. The real takeaway is not fear, but empowerment. It reminds us that meaningful, lasting improvements to brain health may begin with something as simple as what we put on our plates, and that vegetables, so often relegated to the side of the meal, may in fact hold the center of our cognitive future.